Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
We're going for a drive.
The finally good 2025 Acura MDX.
Type S without launch control. Brake boost. Building boost. Not bad at all.
Can't complain. Horsepower and torque.
355 horsepower, 354 pound-feet of torque from a 3-liter turbo V6.
Floor it for me, baby. That's just pretty laggy.
Yeah, not the best to downshift. 10-speed has not been changed. Engine, as far as I understand, has not really been changed. We still have the same horsepower and torque numbers.
But I said it's finally good.
Oh, there's a good reason for that.
What are we talking about?
So although I do like this engine, it is not the fastest, doesn't need to be. I still like the way it sounds, I still like the way it looks, but the most important change, Yuri, that we both agree on.
They finally got rid of that True Touch touchpad and gave you a touchscreen, which is what we complained about in the RDX when it first came out.
Look at this, I can touch the screen.
We were right all along, and I think Acura knew we were right all along, but they had to let the life cycle run out before they could actually switch over to this.
They tried to force everyone to use that thing, and some people bought these things, but hey, we got this. It's been updated. It works, I would say, flawlessly now. For the infotainment, for sure.
Yes.
This has also changed because we don't have that little
True Touch thing?
Yeah, and we don't have a palm rest or anything like that.
But the Acura RDX still has it.
Yes.
They haven't managed to switch it over there yet.
And the Integra also does not have it.
But that's because it's a Civic infotainment.
And then the TLX, that's going to have to get it as well.
I think I saw an article that they're phasing that out soon.
Oh.
Yeah, RIP.
Wow.
We'll find out.
But yeah, so this is actually great now. It's really usable. We have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It is wired or wireless. There's no lag in this system. It's really enjoyable to use. We got a 360 camera. Everything's great.
Yeah, the buttons on the turnstock, and the thing you can make the CarPlay super wide or not super wide, and I would keep it less wide because then you can reach and get the bottom right corner of Google Maps easier.
Yeah.
And then you always have your buttons on the left visible at all times. So it's like the only thing it's missing is SiriusXM satellite radio.
But then you can use that through your app if you want to.
Yeah.
It's great. Great job, Acura. Thank you for listening to us.
Yes, we were right all along. Doesn't it hurt to hear it?
And speaking of being right all along, if we lean to the left, you can actually see what we're wearing. And we're wearing t-shirts that Yuri just designed.
Yeah,
Mine is the Cobra, so if I lean to the left like this, it's actually a sideways shirt of my Cobra.
It's called the lie down shirt.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a sideways shirt.
It's meant to be viewed lie down. It's the only way I could get the logo to be as big as possible for the face of a car.
And let me know if you figured out what Yuri's shirt is by now. And 3, 2, 1, Yuri, reveal it.
Miata.
It is a Miata.
Yeah, I designed these myself. This is all my idea, so shout out us. Not available in Zoomies, not available anywhere except for the links below. And then I'm going to make them for cars that we've reviewed. So if you want a shirt for your car and we have a review of it, search there, and I should have it there.
You'll probably have an Acura one later because the corporate face is every single car.
Yeah, well, maybe the NSX will get one. Yeah. I think it's a pretty neat idea.
Yo, sideways shirts. Nobody's done this.
Nobody's done it.
Maybe there's a reason nobody's done it. We'll find out.
Try to be creative here.
All right, but anyways, back to this car. Steering's great. It's so nice and light when you have it in comfort mode. I have no complaints about the way this drives. Yes, the auto could be improved. Okay, so I do have some complaints. And although the engine isn't the fastest, I don't feel like it needs to be. This is plenty of power, plenty of torque. If I just floor this right now, that was in manual.
Yeah.
So like I got the torque. I wasn't waiting for it to downshift or anything like that, but I did get the torque like decently. If you're leaving it in auto, it's kind of like, all right, well.
Okay, think of this as a family car, 3 rows that can handle well.
Yes, because it also has SHOD, which is super handling all-wheel drive.
What is it called when the car is a lowrider super lift mode?
So it does have lift mode in the drive modes.
Unreal how tall it gets. I love that.
Yeah, like crazy tall.
I would just leave it parked like that all the time.
And then if we change our dynamic mode, we do have a lot of drive modes: lift, snow, comfort, normal, sport, and sport plus, as well as individual, which is super easy to customize. And I've customized my individual for my settings.
This would be a great minivan alternative because you can even take this out.
Oh yeah?
And walk it to the back.
Okay, there you go. So the back seat room is quite good. We got peasant blockers back there, no issues.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky to get to the very, very back.
That's the 3rd row.
Yeah.
We do have one. I don't really fit comfortably.
But it's more of like a throw the older kid in there in a seat, and then baby goes there or something, or a dog goes in the very back.
Or if I laid down sideways, then I'd look pretty good back there.
Yo, don't be mean.
I'm not being mean.
I'm trying really hard.
I'm trying to showcase the shirt from sideways.
Let us know which shirt I should graphic design next. I think my Prowler one turned out really cool.
Yeah, and then trunk space with the rear seats up, not the greatest, but we can fit 2 carry-ons sideways, so it's like decent.
Good enough, but I guess if you have a bunch of kids, like you're not gonna be able to get much equipment in there, or a stroller.
Or a 2-row with extra room for storage for stuff in the back.
Or an Acura 2-row without a bad infotainment. Because technically,
True.
The RDX has an awful infotainment, which makes it, something I would never consider on tsp.truecar.com. I would only consider the MDX on tsp.truecar.com.
And there's no Type S version of the RDX, at least not yet.
Yeah.
And this is pretty sick.
Type S comes with the good infotainment.
Now, sticking with the interior, there is one change for the 2025 model year that I'm not the biggest fan of. They got rid of the ELS studio system, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
And now I think we have more speakers, but it is a Bang & Olufsen system, and I don't think it's as good as the ELS system was. Because I did crank my music. It is good, but I don't think it's as good.
ELS was something special, and it was cool, it was creative.
Although, with all these other changes, it wouldn't make me buy the old one over this one.
Yeah, nothing would make me the old one.
Exactly. So it's not like a deal breaker or anything like that.
Hey, you're not allowed to say deal breaker.
Listen, bub.
Did you just say bub?
Yeah, I did. Now, they did add extra insulation to make it quieter. I don't remember if I said the last one was too loud. Go watch our previous video if I did say that.
I feel like they're all equally nice.
It's nice. Like, it's not too loud or anything like that. I mean, this is no complaints for interior audio volume.
You know, it's probably helped too.
What?
The Continental recommended tire that this thing comes with.
The Continental Cross Contact RX, which has Conti Seal, and they are a self-sealing tire.
Continental has so much cool technology.
They do.
Well, the Rolls-Royce had the one with like the inner liner that made it quieter too.
That also comes on this tire, the Conti Silent technology as well. And they did update the looks a little bit. Should we get into that?
Sure. They have, I guess, what's the thing, the diamond thing at the front called?
The grille.
The grille. It's missing a surround. It's surroundless.
Yes, they changed the design of the grille slightly.
They're doing the stuff that the RDX did.
Yeah.
Except they included infotainment.
And then they also changed the bumper slightly.
The bumper change looks cool.
Yeah.
I know they do have a hot new color for this that we didn't get. They have the flat gray.
You know what the bumper looks like now? A Jag F-Pace SVR. Slightly. It's got the big side things. And they did update the wheels as well, and I think that's really it for updates.
Nice wheels. Look a little Audi-ish.
Yeah, I can see that.
Everything that's like black and machine face reminds me of Audi, and especially when it comes on Continental tires, because every Audi has like Continental tires that I see in the wild.
Right. And one other thing that they didn't change, because they didn't need to, is the adaptive air suspension. As we showed you earlier, you can raise or lower this, and it is really comfortable in comfort mode. And I'm going to do some handling in fake cliche corner. I mean, this thing still rips with its all-wheel drive system and the suspension. It's a really fun car to actually drive, considering how big it is.
You could really get to soccer practice quickly. And I know we say that a lot. It's an old joke.
Yeah.
But
let's get to soccer practice really quickly with you driving.
Comfort, just floor it, not a launch.
Soccer practice. It's just as good.
Yeah. I like how I can see the Shoud display in my digital gauge cluster showing all power to all 4 wheels.
Yeah.
Forward and full blast.
I always love putting that gauge cluster on.
I think in the States you could actually get this in like front wheel drive.
No, not for the Type S.
Well, in
MDX
general, yeah.
maybe.
It's because in Canada, like everything is all wheel drive or nothing.
Yeah, because apparently people just won't buy it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
for an SUV though, I get that.
I mean, we don't have floor.
No, we don't. We should though.
This thing takes corners like really nice and sharply.
Oh yeah, it's great.
And the pumped-in audio, it's like not even that bad. Like,
I didn't notice a change between the modes.
I don't know if it does, but it's unoffensive.
Yeah. It's it feels authentic enough that you can get by with whatever mode it's in, and it doesn't matter.
Oh, and this screen, like I feel so relaxed. I don't feel stressed out. Like I'm gonna like.
I know.
Slider. What am I doing? It's True Touch, but now when you're in CarPlay, it's a D-pad. Like
exactly.
Man, those guys.
Yeah, and then we do have gloss black up here, which is already dirty from being wiped. So it is down here, which does kind of suck.
It matches nicely with the red. this top thing, the red stitching, and the wood. Like this wood instead of carbon fiber, it's a nice touch.
This is really nice. And the red is also nice. You can get different colors as well.
And while I'm getting slightly distracted looking at that wood, I noticed the lane keep pulling me out, which was nice. Nice for safety. I like safety. Does this have better adaptive cruise lane centering? This is a loaded question.
Apparently it does. But I did notice that on the highway, it does have auto lane change. So if you hold the turn signal, it'll actually make the lane change for you, which is kind of like a Mercedes BMW thing that they've had for a little while.
Yeah.
So it's nice for Acura to jump on board.
For like long road trips, like this stuff's great.
Yeah, and then we do have some cup holders down here. They work totally fine. We got a wireless charger, which is wide open, which is a good place to place your phone. I've been placing it there as well as this kind of like pen slot thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a cup holder and plug it in kind of guy.
Yeah, but then you have to have it upside down, or else
Yeah.
you like ruin your cord.
My phone is ruined.
Yeah, I know. What about the visors?
3, 2, 1. Yes!
Pass.
That's like extra pass. It's flying into the B pillars.
And then up front, we do have massage seats, and the massage is great. It doesn't feel like it's just like little air bladder things. It feels like it's, I don't know, just like somebody's little weird fingers up at your spine. It's nice.
I don't know what kind of massages you've been getting.
Those kind.
The weird finger.
Yeah, and then you turn around and then...
Little weird fingers.
Yeah, and then you finish it with a smile.
All right. Okay, another thing I like, it's got the, what's that word? Blind spot monitoring right here. So this like nice big light. It's not all the way out onto your mirror, so that's pretty cool.
And the placement of it, you can't mess with people rolling up on it because it's like, I don't know if it's on or not.
The 360 camera is really nice quality and all that stuff. The armrest is nice. Look, we got both our arms on here, and our elbows aren't even
No, not even touching.
there. Just touched. It's gonna cost extra. You see that?
Why don't we do it sideways?
The sideways shirts is a good idea. Leave me alone. Okay. Seats, very comfortable.
Yeah.
Any complaints?
0.
I got up, down, forward, back, lumbar, and then let's see, I got up and down. I can control it all through the little D-pad there.
And Type S is embossed into the headrest as well. I like it.
What do I hate the most about windshields on cars?
Squiggly lines or whatever for head-up displays.
No.
Headlight glare or taillight glare.
I don't like when the headlights do the double bounce.
Yeah, that thing, whatever.
But I don't know if this one's bad. What I also don't like is when you can't control your head-up display easily to position it. But
this one's...
has hard buttons here like a GM.
Yes.
Perfect.
And the display is really crystal clear.
Yeah.
I did really like that.
I think we have a windshield heated area, which is great for the winter.
And then the gauge cluster is full digital. I've noticed 0 lag. It's really nice. We have the regular gauges. We have the precision crafted gauge layout. I just leave it on the regular ones.
Yeah, and then the animations in the infotainment is sweet too.
And the boost does come on. Like, it is quite nice. It's just like that initial...
I feel like if this car is loaded with a bunch of kids and people, it'll pull just as hard.
Yes.
You know,
it gives me that sense.
It's one of those.
I gotcha.
It may not be like lightning fast, but it's always the same consistency. Like my Grand Marquis that I used to have, when I had 6 people in there, it felt like it pulled just as hard when it had 2. Before we do anything else, let's listen to it from the outside. Pretty good considering it's not a 4-cylinder hybrid.
Yes.
It's a CVT.
Yeah. Doesn't let you rev all the way out, to be expected. But those exhaust tips, nice and shiny. Silver, thank you, Acura. No blacked out tips.
Yeah,
perfect.
We're getting sold. We're getting sold.
Dude, if this is a new trend going forward of like non-blacking out everything, finally.
I'm here for it, yeah.
Chrome, let's bring it back.
Wait till people start getting sick of flat gray.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, green is kind of the new gray now, right?
Only a BMW. Nobody else has a green car, do they?
Audi.
Yeah, but not in a while. I guess there's like, I think we had
Genesis.
Nissan Frontier.
Bro, green's here.
Nissan Rogue. We did green Nissan Pathfinders.
Yeah, one of those.
Green is the new burnt orange.
No, I think it's the new gray.
Let us know in the comments below. What is the new gray and what is the new green? So without knowing the price, I only have one deal breaker.
The price?
No, because I don't know.
Listen, bub.
We already did that. I'm worried that this would get stolen in Toronto if I owned it.
You're worried about that with every car.
Especially Acuras. Not worried about it with Mazdas because for some reason they don't want to steal Mazdas.
No, that's valuable.
RDX is on my street.
Yep.
Gone. It's a regular thing.
Okay.
So I would be worried, especially with this new infotainment, it would make it extra desirable to take.
I wouldn't be worried about that.
Let's get to the price.
It's more than the last one we drove.
Aren't they always?
The base MDX starts at $66,880.
Canadian.
And this one is $87,930.
Okay, yeah, so that's up there.
So getting close to that $100,000 figure. The last one that we drove was $84,900. So not like a huge jump, but I would say worth it in the general sense of this infotainment and the car being usable. I really like this update.
Pretty much the only Acura SUV to consider because of this infotainment.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. They updated the correct things that they needed to update, so good job, Acura.
Yeah, once they fix the RDX, they're just going to be printing money.
That thing?
Printing
for sure.
money.
Yep.
I wonder who was like the lead guy to be like, nah, this True Touch is the thing. And I wonder if he's at Mitsubishi now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
And click the thing in the thing below the video to buy these shirts.
Yeah.
Cobra.
That means I'm going to have to make an Acura RDX, an MDX shirt.
Just make the corporate face. It'll work for all Acuras except the NSX. Which doesn't exist.
I'll do NSX.
And the Integra kind of not really either.